Hey, I'm Chantel, the founder and creator of Playpits, an all-natural deodorant inspired by kids but perfect for all ages. Follow us at Playpits on IG, Facebook, and shout out to Hip Hop United for having us here today.
Okay, Hip Hop United, All Access. This is Brianna, and we're here live today with the one and only Chantel, aka the Deodorant Queen. I mean, I can just keep naming names, you know what I'm saying? But welcome to Hip Hop United. Introduce yourself. We are so happy to have you on the platform. Let everybody know who you are.
So I'm so happy to be here. My name is Chantel Powell. I am the creator of Playpits. It's an all-natural deodorant that's inspired by kids but perfect for all ages.
Okay. All right. Now, I know a little bit about how this got started, but let the listeners know, how did you even, come up with this concept, and why did you even, what made you create it?
Okay. I'm a mom that had a stinky kid, and I feel like everybody can relate to that, right? Like everyone knows a stinky child. And so my son, Cameron, at the age of 6, came home from basketball and football practice and got in my car and smelled like a man. And so instead of me kind of settling for products that were on the market, after I researched, I wasn't able to find anything that was non-toxic and that really spoke to him. I decided to make something. And so I made it a small batch just for Cam, and he wore it, loved it, came home and said, "Mom, I told the kids at camp, can you make this for them?" And I was like, "No." I've always been super busy, a working mom. So I was just like, I just made that for you. And so he said it again, and he was like, "But Mom, you can make it for everyone." And so from that point, I was like, you know what, Cam? I think that's a great idea, because I was someone who was looking for that product, and I realized that I knew I wasn't the only person.
Right.
So after market research and really digging deep to see what else was out there, it wasn't anything on the market that I felt like was truly answering a mother's needs.
Right. So you're actually making the product yourself, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Crazy enough to make the product myself.
Okay. So how did you learn how to do that?
So how did I learn how to do that? That's, people ask that all the time, and I'm like, I'm someone who believes in natural remedies, right? And so after I had really bad hand, so my hands would break out really bad, get crusty and like cracky. So I learned early on that I couldn't put anything on my children that I could not touch. So I started to shift my lifestyle as far as natural remedies in the home and products that I used on our skin. And so when I was little, I remember my grandmother used to put baking soda under my arms. And so she would do that. And I remember like, okay, I know baking soda would help kill this funk. What else? And so I knew coconut oil was great to kill bacteria and also as a moisturizer. And then I knew cornstarch would help keep them dry. And so that was the first formula.
Okay.
And when I took it from just a product for Cam to a product for everyone, it took me 9 months to develop that. And so that was a lot of testing on family and friends. I was able to decide like, okay, I don't want that because of this. I think this is a good ingredient because of this, but I don't like what this deodorant does. So I did a lot of comparison to other deodorants. But as far as like, I have ingredients that aren't in other deodorants. Like one, for instance, apple cider vinegar. You don't really see that in deodorant, but I put that in my deodorant because I know the power of apple cider vinegar.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. I mean, I'm learning right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning right now. Like, seriously. Okay, so you brought some products,
My
We
babies.
have, okay, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 5 fragrances right
Yes.
now.
Yes.
Okay. Talk a little bit about, what you brought to us today, so we can know
So
what's going on.
the white containers, those are what we call Playpits Classics. That's where it all started. It all started with these 3 scents. I'm a mom of 3, and so each scent is inspired by one of my 3 children. So Sunshine is orange and peppermint blend, and so that's Cameron. And I call him my sunshine, but also Sunshine smells very zesty. It's orange, it's peppermint, it's powerful, it's a punch. Cameron is super energetic, and so when I smelled this scent, it was Cameron all the way. I wanted people to start their day with that burst of energy, right? And so then we have Sugar. This is our top seller. This is grapefruit, lemongrass, and lemon. And so this smells similar to like your Fruity Pebbles, your Fruit Loops. It's a fruity smell. And this is inspired by my youngest son, Caden, who has a mean sweet tooth. So I wanted something that, was represented him. And then we have Happy, which is lavender. Lavender essential oils. All our scents are scented with essential oils. But this scent it keeps you happy. It keeps you calm throughout the day. And so this is inspired by my teenage daughter, Kiana. And so those are the white scents. And then after we started our business, we noticed that the parents were wearing Playpits more than the kids were, because they would buy it, try it, love it. And then have to come back and buy more because they're like, girl, I didn't even put that on my son. I ended up wearing it because it worked for me. And so that's how we came up with our adult scents. So we have King, and we have Queen. And so now we have something for the entire family. And this spring we're launching Playpits Teen, and we're also launching a baking soda free formula and unscented formula called Love. So the current formulas are all the same formula.
Okay.
Now when we get into the teen formula, they're going to be extra strength because teens are like,
right.
They're a different category. And then the sensitive skin formula, that is going to be a mild. It won't have any fragrance, but it's going to be that person for that person that has extremely sensitive skin, doesn't like fragrances, doesn't have an irritation to baking soda. So it will be different, but it will still be effective.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, and you've been in business for how long now?
It'll be 2 years this month. We're celebrating our 2-year anniversary.
Okay.
31st.
Okay. Well, happy early anniversary.
Thank you.
Okay. So, and you're from DC, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, did it get started there? Did you start?
Yeah, so we started our business out of Upper Marlboro, Maryland, right outside of DC. And so that's how we've been able to grow that customer base extremely well, and as well as throughout the country. But our customer base in the DMV is really strong. It's really strong. That's home.
Where are some of your other stronger areas that people receive the product well?
Atlanta is really strong. Atlanta, DC, and New York are really strong. Yeah. Super strong markets there.
I can see this reaching the international culture.
Yeah, we have customers. We have a lot of customers in Canada. Mm-hmm. We have customers in Spain, Singapore, Turks and Caicos, the UK. So our product is definitely international.
It's definitely global.
So whenever I see, it's a global business. So whenever I see orders come through and they're from, overseas, I'm always super excited because I see that they see me and that it's a need. So I definitely look forward to Playpits being on the shelves internationally.
Now, I know your son inspired this, but when did you realize this was something that, this is my niche, I can really do this?
So I've always been somebody that likes to help people. Mm-hmm. And that could look like anything. My background is fashion. So my background is more image consultant, styling, costume designing. So I've always been somebody that likes to help people, whether it's with their self-esteem, whether it's with their image, their motivation, inspiration. So when I moved into making Playpits, I saw it as an opportunity for me to help educate people. And so our mission is to help educate people to stay away from toxic ingredient products and to be more ingredient conscious. Like, pay attention to what you're putting on your body. Somebody who has suffered from eczema all my life, I've always paid attention to that. But then when I entered this business, I realized that people have no clue what's in their products. People have no idea of what's in their lotions, in their soaps, in their deodorants. And so because of that, I've used this product to kind of help educate and push people away from traditional toxic ingredient products to move more towards a natural plant-based product.
Okay. So, just in this recent post from Black Professionals DC, Black Professional DC, they're pretty much categorizing you as a mother who made $130,000 in sales in less than 20 months. Talk about that. Like, when you saw that, like, what was running through your mind when you read that?
A lot of emotions. One, there's a level of discomfort, right? Because I'm a person who, I really don't talk numbers. I talk growth. I talk, started from, like, I constantly do updates of letting my customers see, like, at first we were ordering 5-pound bags. Now we're ordering 50 bags, but I never really talked money. So when I saw that, I definitely was uncomfortable. And the reason I was uncomfortable is because I feel like when you put a number on it, for me, it felt like it discredited a lot of the work I've done. I mean, people look at more than $130,000, and some may see that as a lot of money, and some may see that as a little bit. For me, I feel like a whole lot of work went into producing this dollar amount, because if you look at that number and you break it down per product, that means I've made 13,000 tubes of deodorant, right? That's a lot of work. And I feel like I would have felt better if it was highlighting how much work went into it versus a dollar amount, because sometimes a dollar amount doesn't always equate to the amount of work you put into something. So I was definitely had a sense of discomfort, but I also know that it's a way of sharing my story with people that can't receive it any other way, right? Like, it's been able to reach people that I haven't been able to get to them by just saying, hey, check out my deodorant. Like, sometimes people need that bait to say, like, check out what I'm doing, check out what we're working on, check out what dope product we're creating. So, I mean, I'm coming around to it, but yeah, it definitely was a little discomfort.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel you. So where did they get those figures from?
So I did an article. I did an interview, and they wanted to talk to me about my initial investment in the business, which I'm open about that. I invested $3,500 in the business initially. And they asked me, do I have any investors, and how have I been able to make this business grow? And so my answer was, I put every dollar back into Playpits. So I don't pay myself, and every dollar I make, I put back into the brand. So that has been approximately $130,000 that I have been put back into the business. So the curator of that site basically took that, figured out, okay, she been in business.
So they figured out the dollar amount on their own.
They just put it together and was like, let's make this the headline. And what's crazy is that, I mean, people have shared it, people have posted it, people have liked it and engaged in it, and that's what makes people, you sometimes it's sad, but you have to talk numbers for people to kind of respect what you're doing. And I think at times that's unfortunate. It's just like in the world of social media, if you don't have a lot of followers, people like, oh, what you doing? Oh, that's cute. You only got, 1,500 followers. But if you tell them like, oh, we just, like yesterday, we just hit 16,000 followers. Now you paying attention, you know? So it's unfortunate how you have to get validated by a large number or, other people in order for people to see what you're doing. Right. And respect what you're doing.
Right. So we've been following you for quite some time. We've seen you, you're doing your thing at the Target Expo.
One thing I say is retail, especially a big retailer like Target, that if that deal closed, that's a marriage, right?
Mm-hmm.
And any talks that we have, that's like us getting engaged.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, Target and Playpits, we flirting. You
Okay,
know, like
right.
we're flirting. We're talking. We're getting to know one another to see if it would be a good fit. And because a lot of people have the misconception that you get into a huge retailer like Target, like on some "Mama, I made it." Like, no, your work begins when you get in a store like Target, because it is my job and my brand's job to push customers to Target to take the product off the shelf. And every day my product stays on the shelf is a knock against, you know, what Target views my brand as. And so it takes a lot of work. So right now we're just focusing on building that village, I call my customers and my followers my under army. So right now we're building the army, making sure that they are strong and they are ready to, whatever move we make, they're ready to, you know, go out and support, share, spread the word about our product.
Okay. You know, what can we look forward to from you in this whole Play Pits movement?
Listen, 2020 has been crazy already. 2020 has gone, like, if we started the year and ended it right here, it's already been a successful year. But I see us continuing to grow, with us launching the teen line, with us having the sensitive skin formula with no baking soda, no scent. I see us being able to cancel out any excuse for people saying, "Oh no, I don't wear natural deodorants because." Like, we will have something, if you feel like you have clinical strength, you know, like you have a serious issue, we'll have something that will have a maximum strength. That'd be the teen line. If you have that 2-year-old that started to smell at an early age, you have the classics. If you are an adult or you're a man that work construction, you have King. If you're a woman that, you know, like, we'll have something for everybody by the end of the year. So I definitely see us able to just really grow and maximize that. And also continue to educate. My main thing is education. You know, keeping people away from aluminum-based deodorants. And I posted something the other day, and I had to kind of use my words carefully. But the thing is, aluminum may be linked to cancer, right? May be linked to Alzheimer's. So if that is the case, why are we putting our families, why are we putting our kids up for that maybe? For the sake of you using a product and you've been using it, that brand loyalty, like a lot of people use Dove, Degree, Secret. You've been using it since you were a teenager, so you feel like that's what you have to continue using, but you don't. Like, I have something that, if you're an adult, I have something sexy for you. It smells amazing. If you're a kid, if you're a teen, if you have sensitive skin and don't like smells, I'll have something for you. So once I'm able to really build this line out, I'll have something for everyone. And my main mission is to educate people and get them away from aluminum-based products, get them away from parabens and synthetic fragrances that these big companies are putting literally trash in your products just to make $1.
Right. Now that kind of takes me to my next question. It's a lot of people that say they cannot use natural deodorants and they need the aluminum, and they've tried the natural deodorants before and they still smell.
Yeah. It's so funny. It was a tweet that just went around. This guy was like, I tried the aluminum free. I need all the aluminum because, baby, I still smell. And I get it. A lot of people have a lot of hesitation and fear behind it, because nobody wants, when it comes to your smell, like, it's a one, it's personal. You don't want people in your space and to be like, "Oh my God, is that you?" Like, that's
Right.
embarrassing, right? But one thing I could say about Play Pits, I don't, and it still shocks me to this day. I get emails, I get reviews, DMs, comments every day about literally people saying, I just posted a post. This customer said, I'm gonna read you what the customer said.
Okay.
But it's one of those things that, like, when I created this, I was literally a mom who needed a product for their child. But somehow I created something that is so effective that is better than the big name products. A person said, finally, a natural deodorant that works. Oh my God. I've been on a hunt for something like this for roughly 2.5 billion years. And all I could do is laugh because
Right.
so many people have that story, right? Like they've attempted, because you hear the studies, you hear the stories of how your antiperspirants can harm you. But then when you go over and you try to use something, it fails you by 12 o'clock p.m. So you're like, man, I'm not fooling with that anymore. And so I get it, but Playpits is, I mean, they like the customers speak for itself. I try not to even oversell the product, because you can go to my website and look at the reviews and see what hundreds of people are saying, and I don't pay any of them. Okay.
Right.
They pay me to buy the product, and then they just tell their experience.
Right.
And their experience is always, I've never found a deodorant that works this well. And so I tell people it's full of Black girl magic, and that's the only thing I could say has been why my product is different than the other big brands, is because I made it out of my own problem, and I didn't make it just whipping something up saying, okay, let me make this and put this out so I could make $150,000 this year. I made it because I had a problem, and I knew a mom next door to me had the same problem, and I knew a mom down the street on my son's team had the same problem. So I wanted to make something that was effective and that worked, and that's how we've been able to grow.
Okay. All right. Well, it was a pleasure speaking with you. How can people find this product, and leave your social media handles and how you can be reached?
Yes. So follow us on Instagram, on Facebook. We're about to pop off a Twitter and a TikTok. Bear with me now. It's at Playpits. And if you would like to shop Playpits, go to www.playpits.com.
All right. Well, again, we do appreciate you for checking in. I'm actually almost done with my fragrance, the lavender.
Yes.
Happy.
Yep.
Okay. I'm almost done with mine, so I will be, reinvesting into some more.
Yeah.
I'm going to try a different fragrance the next time. So definitely, we're going to help you get the word out, and to the masses, and a few of our, celebrity friends, we're going to try to get it into the hands of them as well.
Thank you.
All right. Well, again, we do appreciate you for checking in and speaking to Hip Hop United.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.